Hey yo, it's Lano and welcome back to another episode here on the CraftWorks SMP. Today, I don't really know what I want to do, or what all I want to do. I know I've got one project in mind, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. There is one other thing that I want to point out before we get started on that, though, and that is this mod that I'm trying out. I recently installed the Simply No Shading mod, which, if I just turn it on, you can see the difference, right? So you can see how bright this build is now. You can see how bright everything else around here looks. The shading is, well, there's none of it, really. There is still a little bit of darkness underneath some of these builds. You know, the shadows and stuff are still there, but the actual shading on the blocks have kind of disappeared. And on one hand, I am a big fan of it. I really like the brightness on everything. I think it makes everything stand out a little bit more, but on the other hand, I'm not entirely sure. It just, at this point, doesn't feel natural, I guess. I don't know. So I'm messing around with it. You guys might see a few clips with it on and a few clips with it off. I don't know. We'll see what goes on. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know if I want to stick with this or not. But yeah, the other thing that I am looking to try today is to get a tree farm up, because I'm going to need more of this crimson wood as time goes on. Crimson, that's warped. I said the wrong thing. I'm going to need more of the warped wood, and I figure it can double as a crimson farm and whatever. I don't really intend on using any of the crimson stuff anyway, so it would all pretty much be warped. And I figure if I'm going to do this, why not sell some of the excess, right? Because I'm not going to need all of it that I can produce, and why not make a profit out of it? So that's kind of where I'm sitting. And rumor has it that Cube Prospector has set up a log shop over on his island back at spawn. So I figure, why not try to make this happen with him? Let's go pay him a visit. Here's Cube's island now, and I have to point out how awesome this area looks. You can definitely tell this is all Cube. I absolutely love what he's done out here, and this man is so good at custom trees. I really need to just sit around with him for a little bit and learn from him. Anyway, he should be around here somewhere. Hubert!
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. I was just admiring your island from the sky. Just telling my viewers how much I have enjoyed looking at this area, especially these custom trees. I really feel like I just need to spend a day with you, just watch you do custom trees and learn from you.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be much learning as much as I just scribble something out and hopefully it looks good, so.
Well, you've done an amazing job over here, man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's been fun. I usually just build a whole bunch of buildings, but trying to go with some custom trees this time.
Right, right. Well, I mean, I'm so used to seeing your grayscale stuff, and like last season with all of the brown stuff, you know, it's nice seeing you build with so much color.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know how to build with color, so we're trying it out this time.
Look, I don't know about that. I mean, this whole area is looking great.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah, yeah. So, show me this log shop you got over here. You've got this over here, right?
Yes, it is the best log shop that is not stocked at all. So I don't know if you've been over here, but I set up a whole shop and kind of got to the point I realized I can't do this many. I didn't realize there were 11 different log types here.
Yeah, I realized that last season whenever I was doing my storage room.
Yeah.
And had to make each individual item that comes off of each individual log and then have them sorted into the system. And then, like, I don't know if we plan on updating the server anytime soon, but now there's 12 with the pale wood stuff.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of the problem. I actually originally built this building as 3 bays because I forgot about the nether ones and the bamboo. So
oh, wow.
I had to expand it a little bit. But yeah, the next one, I hopefully have one more space for down here.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you bring up the nether woods, because this is what I'm looking to stock.
Oh,
both of them, because, well, I figure why not? It'd be that easy. And mainly the warped stuff, because my mega base is using a bunch of that right now. I've burned through maybe over a shulker worth of the warped logs already.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'm planning on setting up a farm for this stuff anyway, and it's just convenient that you've made a shop for it, so this way I can also sell it.
Oh, I'd love that, because as you can see, my stock is 0 right now.
Yeah. But, you know, I think this will be nice, and, you know, I kind of did flip through the book earlier, and you having some passive income would also be nice. So
Oh, yeah. I don't know that I have very many diamonds again. I don't know how I keep being so dirt poor on both of these servers, but yeah, I could. Some passive income might be good, so I can then sell, or I can buy all the stuff that I need from you.
right, right. Oh
So
well,
it'll
look,
just come right back to your pockets anyways.
right, right. Look, I'm not gonna complain about it. Well,
But
look,
yeah,
I mean,
that'd
if
be
you ever
great.
need to, we can always work out a deal for Prismarine or anything else. So
Yeah, well, I figure if I'm scraping a little money off of everybody else's profits, that should be good.
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, no, I for one love the shop. Acacia is one of those things I never touch, and I'm really liking that detail on this.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever used the well, I don't use the acacia very much, and I've almost never used the hanging signs before.
Oh
So I
yeah,
thought I'd try a whole new detail there.
yeah. No, that was a good touch. I like it.
So this is my season of color, so hopefully I could keep that up with some of the other colors we get here.
Right, right. Yeah, no, I've tried various colors throughout the season as well, with my starter base being pink, my Prismarine farm being all black and blue, and then same with the Prismarine shop, and now the Mega Base is using a gradient that I've never touched before. It's nothing but color for me too, so.
Oh, that gradient is so beautiful too.
Oh, thank you, man.
Like,
Thank
I
you.
need to build something big enough to use a gradient. If I do it on here, it doesn't really work out because it's not tall enough.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just want to put your name on there, I am very glad to have someone doing the nether because I've just been using the field out next to me every time
Yeah.
I need some. So it'll be good to have someone providing it.
Yeah, no, I just refuse to get the mangrove. I refuse to be that guy. So,
Yeah, I have a feeling that one's going to be the last one that someone signs up for.
yeah, yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure, yeah. Unless we do like last season and have the mangrove farm like what you and Impala did, right? All right, well cool. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
I really love the area, and I can't wait to be stocking the shop up.
Yeah. Glad to have you and welcome to the team.
Yeah. All right, so it looks like we are making a nether tree farm, and I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it just yet. I am thinking about just putting it right on over here, or right there maybe. And then I realized that that might not be a great site if you're hanging around down here, because I do have some things I want to put down here and do a lot of terraforming and whatnot, but that'll come much later. What I'm thinking is I could either utilize the inside of this, or if I just want to hide it all together, I could put it over here somewhere, because nobody's really going to see it over here. And yeah, so I think this is the area that I'm leaning towards. But there's a lot of nice flat open area right here, and this shouldn't require too much terraforming. I can just easily dirt over this area and over this area. And really the farm is probably going to be raised a little bit anyway. So yeah, I mean, the farm that I think I'm going with is quite a massive one. There's going to be a lot of resources involved, and it's going to be a project for sure. I don't know what... Ow, 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 sorry. Yeah, I don't know what to expect out of it. The video that I watched on it, it says that it's gonna be probably one of the fastest farms out there for this, so I'm hoping that's the case. I don't want to spend a lot of time AFK at this thing. So yeah. Oh, this is a really nice view of this castle. I like this. I like this a lot. Hold on, let's turn around and look at that again. Yeah, this is great. I like this little area down here. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting resources. I will see you guys here in a bit. All right, progress update. I finally have gotten all of the materials together to actually start building this farm, and boy, was it a lot. I pretty much have to use everything that is inside of my redstone box, plus all of these other materials, and this is gonna be wild. I don't even know where to start. I'm hoping that all of this will fit right in this area. I'm not entirely sure if it will just yet or not. If not, then we will probably go over this mountain. Back over here, I might terraform the land just a little bit, just to make things a little bit smoother and a little bit easier to work with. But regardless, this area should be okay to use. I don't think I've got any other issues with that. I just need to go ahead and start building. And this farm is going to have several different layers, right? So it's going to have the actual tree farm area in one spot. And then there's going to be, the moss farm is going to be running into a bone meal farm that's going to be running into it. And then there's also going to be a little thing off to the side that's, well, it's feeding back in all of the what do you call it? These things, the warped fungus and those things. It'll be feeding all those back into the farm, so this way I don't have to move anywhere, and it can be fully AFKable. Oh my gosh, I forgot I was wearing that. Whoops. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on building this thing. I'm gonna try to walk you guys through a little bit of it as I'm getting it put in place, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I will see you guys here in a bit. All right, it's time for a little progress update. All I've done is a platform. Yeah, that's it. So above this platform is going to be where the actual farm goes. All the drops will go right down in here, and they will funnel down into there, which will lead to an item sorter. And then there's going to be a couple of offshoots, like one over here and then one over here, and those are going to be feeding the farm internally. And that's going to be a big project, and as much as I want to work on that, there's something else I kind of want to be doing right now instead. So if you've been watching Oda's channel, you guys know that he has been working very, very hard on his Clue Mansion. And today just happens to be the opening day of that, so we're going to go all the way back to spawn, and we're going to try out Clue for the first time.
We don't have to say anything formal. We can just go in because we're going to have to learn how to play and everything, so...
Go in, yay!
Okay.
Go
in. This is a heist.
No, Steve!
Oh no! Oh no!
His last words were, "It was."
Bum, bum, bum. So this is the dining room. This is where we're going to be really kind of playing the game. We're going to be kind of standing around here and stuff. So let's come in here. This is the game room. This is the game control room. Before we start, this one right, this pro tip above my head is pretty important. You probably don't want the clues that you're going to draw and have in your hand. You don't want to accidentally flash them because they're in your hotbar when you're moving your hotbar around. So you want to make sure that, like, those aren't in your hotbar. Steve has been murdered, as you saw when you came in the front door.
Yeah, that was sad.
It was. He was a nice guy. And this was his house, and we need to solve the murder. We need to find out who did it, and here's our list of suspects on the wall. We need to figure out what weapon they used, and here's a list of weapons on the wall. And we need to figure out what room the murder took place. The person who figures out who did it is the winner of the game. So you need to figure out the suspect, who did it, with what weapon, and in which room. Okay?
Okay.
That's the basis of the game. We're actually going to play it with action cards. So everyone's going to have 3 action cards in their hand. And on your turn, you can play an action card. Well, on your turn, you play an action card. And then you may, if you want, before or after the action card, try to solve the murder. But beware, if you make your accusation and you are wrong, you're out of the game.
Okay.
Ooh,
But
okay.
you have to sit here so that you can still show people things from your hand, but you can't participate anymore because you know what the solution is.
Yeah,
so
same.
the solution will be in here. See, it says solution, no peeking. So if you look, this little light next to it says the light will indicate when the solution is ready. And if you come in here, if you come all the way in here and the door closes, you can look in this shulker box, and that's where the solution will be. So when you're ready to solve the murder, and you say, I accuse the zombie with the trident in the kitchen. And then you go in here, and if you see zombie trident in kitchen, you win the game. If you see anything else, you just say, I lost. And don't tell anybody what was wrong, what you were wrong about. Just say that you were not correct.
Okay.
You said you have books for us too, right?
I do. So these top 6 books on this here, if you want to keep track of your clue notebooks in game, use one of these top 6 books. I only did the first 6. So I'm going to go ahead and start distributing the clues, and you're going to hear lots of noises that are going to kind of come in waves. One of them is going to be a ding over here whenever the solution shows up.
Oh.
And then after that, when we hear the bell dong, that means that the clues that we can draw into our hands are ready.
Melissa, no. No, back.
And the game really quick, and then Izzy will play.
Ooh,
Solution
oh,
ready.
oh, oh.
Melissa is a moth confirmed.
She's a mom.
Lamp. Lamp.
Lamp.
I love lamp.
Would you
Melissa. Oh my god.
Oh,
BRB rebranding.
So now we're gonna do in player order. We're gonna come back here, and you're gonna draw. We're playing a 6-player game, so the sign on the wall says you will draw 2 clues. Okay.
okay.
So let me draw
Got
my
it.
2. Now these, you do not want these in your hot bar, and you do not want to accidentally shift-click a mob head and put it on your head. You do not
Okay.
want anyone to see the cards that you draw. These are the clues that people
Okay.
are going to help you solve the game.
Okay, I thought I grabbed 2, but apparently I only got 1 out of there.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, Lane, you just flashed something in your
It-
hot bar.
No, that's my player 2 thing.
Oh, well, look at what the icon for the bedroom is. It's a red.
Oh, okay. I see. I didn't think about that.
So not the bedroom. No.
Okay, you know what? I didn't think about that.
This
What?
is
I
the
missed something.
Perfect time
Steve's
for
bed.
my pencil to stop working.
Oh.
Guess I'm using a pen.
How does a pencil stop working?
Mechanical
The
pencil.
one of
next
those
lead for some
clicky
reason
ones.
won't
Click
like
out.
load in or whatever.
Oh, okay.
One of
I
those
was like, wait a-
newfangled pencils where you click it and then the thing comes. It's magical. What a
I
world
guess.
we
Or
live
it,
in.
or it just needs sharpened. I mean, they do stop working at that point.
Okay,
Player 2.
player 2. Oh wait, hold on. I'm doing private tip.
Okay.
Come with me, Yoda.
Hold.
Okay.
Okay.
Be
all of
right
them.
back again.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, you got it.
Yep.
Okay.
No.
It's your turn, Zink.
I wish to spy on Lane.
Oh,
Spy on Lane. So spy is a random card. So Lane, you're gonna go put all of your clues
Valid.
in the
put all of my cards in here.
put all of your clues in there,
Clues.
and then hit the button once, and then Zink's gonna look in the barrel to see which random one and you can also look and see which one he saw if that is meaningful to you.
Okay. Tell anybody.
I already know.
I barely know what to do with it myself, Lane, to be honest. Awesome. Okay.
I feel weird standing on my own head. I like how everybody just looks down at the same time.
I know. I was trying to stand behind it, and then you just kind of pop up on it. There.
I'm kind of used to it.
I'm gonna win.
She's gonna win.
Did you go and discard? Did you go and discard your
Oh
thing,
no,
Melissa?
I didn't.
Is that
Thank
how
you,
you're going
I
to win
didn't
by
either.
cheating?
I
Enjoying the
mean,
spy card every
Yeah,
turn.
wow. Yeah.
And while we're waiting on them to fix the game, today's episode is brought to you by the like and subscribe button,
Oh my word.
oh my gosh.
which you should do for everybody that's here. Please and
Don't
thank you.
forget to comment and join our Discord.
Yes, what Millie says.
Yeah.
Oda, is this what you envisioned when you invited us over to play this game?
Sure.
It's
Sure.
on brand, so
It is on brand, yeah.
Which with the
Sorry.
what? What did you say?
Rich Mace Mine.
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 Mine,
It's one of the mine.
Mine.
mine,
Mine.
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 Mine. Mine.
Okay, I guess. Can
Right
you
up
get
his
that
nose.
spyglass out of my face, sir?
The butler's right up in there, like.
Get up all up in that nose.
Well,
What
Well,
nose?
Nose.
Oh, yeah, it's like half a pixel below his eyes.
you know what? I will not tolerate this bullying, this slander. Okay.
Well, that's
Now-
lovely.
Just quickly. There's something that can speed this game up really quickly, right? I'm going to act out what the answer is in interpretive dance. There you go. You all know the answer now.
It was
So
a
he was
twerp?
scat?
Someone
Oh,
killed him with a
wait.
twerp?
No, I actually know this.
What?
No, there's no way. I just
There's
Morse
no
code
way.
the thing. There's no way.
That actually, wait, that matches with my list. Hold on.
I don't know.
I don't
what-
even know what I did. How could it possibly?
Yes, Izzy, she is psychic. Zinc, I require a tip.
Stop.
Stop closing the doors.
Okay, so that did not help me. You were no help, sir.
Oh, that's so
I'm trying
mean.
to be a help.
He's doing his best.
Doing my best. Go and discard your cards.
Oh,
Oompa Loompa Man.
Okay. Making a suggestion. Let me
okay.
get adjusted again. Okay. All right. We're going to go witch with the trident
The-
in the storage.
I cannot help you.
Nope.
Millie? No? Oda?
I cannot help you.
Me
Nine.
neither.
E?
Is she muted?
Is she
Are you
muted?
muted?
I am muted. Hello. I can't help you.
Hi. Oh my gosh, did I win?
Hold on, hold on.
Hold on, you didn't accuse. You just made a suggestion.
Hold on. You
Was
said
I can-
Are you
witch,
making the
trident.
accusation?
I am accusing
And you're saying
The
witch,
with the
trident
in the storage.
in the storge.
Let me come and watch your misery.
Oh.
well, first this. Well, you can do it later.
Oh, I won. What's up? I told y'all I was gonna win.
Wait,
I
where did
told
I get
y'all.
witch from?
I told y'all I was gonna win.
While you've been watching that, I have been hard at work building this farm, and it is finally done. And as you can probably tell from that big blob there, it is in fact working. But before I get into that, I just want to say that the tutorial that I used for this farm was by another content creator named Nicolier. So thank you, Nicolier, for putting your tutorial up of this farm. I actually had to watch another couple of tutorials to go with this because there's a couple of different layers here, and in order to get all this to work I kind of needed it. But full disclosure, I did use a schematic for this. He had a schematic ready to go for this, so I could just kind of use that. But to understand how all of this works, I did go back and at least watch the tutorials. So again, thank you, Nicolier, for that. A link to his channel will be in the description below. And yeah, so let me just freak him around and show you exactly what we've got here. So the central bit here is going to be the actual tree farm itself. And basically down in here, we're going to plant the fungus things, and the pistons are going to push them around and whatnot. And then the TNT is going to duplicate and drop up here, blowing up the wart blocks and blowing up the logs itself, all funneling down into this thing, which funnels down into this thing. And this is an item sorter, which it actually runs at double speed. I wish I would have known last season that this sort of item filter thing existed, because my piglin farm would have definitely benefited from that, but that's fine. So essentially what happens with this here item sorter is, well, it just works at double the speed, which is really, really nice. And if I go all the way up here to the chest, you can see that I have already run this quite a bit. Oh, well, if I can click the thing. There we go. This is just from about 10 minutes of sitting here at this farm. That is quite literally it. And that's not even all of it, because I still have more over here. And if we go all the way down here to this other side, which I can barely reach, we've got shroom lights being filtered out. And then I've got the other nether woods being filtered in here, along with the nether wart blocks and stuff as well. So we've got a little bit of everything happening up there, and what doesn't get picked up in the farm itself, it gets composted over here, turning into bone meal, thus feeding the farm itself, which leads me over to this thing here, which is a triple layered moss farm, I guess. And essentially what's happening here, wow, looks like it messed up a little bit up there. Anyway, what's happening over here is this is essentially making moss, which is a bone mealing, and well, pretty much fueling the farm, as you could suspect. That's the entire reason for this over here. This side over here is for the fungus, and that's pretty much it. This is one of those piston pusher thingies where it bone meals the nylium right there, or whatever it's called, and essentially that gets bone mealed and it creates all of the fungus and the little root things that you would normally get, and they get picked up by mine carts over here, and then they eventually get dropped off and spit out over here, which leads into another item sorter, which is only filtering the fungus. Everything else is picking up the roots and everything else. So this turns into more bone meal, again feeding the farm, and then all of the fungus is collecting up right here, and it is filtering all the way on over to about here into this double chest, which leads down here into this dropper. And basically, as you're standing here running the farm, this dropper is spitting out the fungus at you, and that's pretty much it. So all you do is you would get inside of this little chamber right back here. If I can land this, I've got to make an easier way to access this thing. But if you get in here, you can see I've got a bunch of warped fungus in there. Oh, this also seems to be a problem where every now and again that my nylium breaks and I misplace it. It breaks and turns into the regular netherrack, and you can no longer place the fungus. That is an issue, and I'm not entirely sure how to fix that. That only happens every now and again. If I turn this on, you're going to hear a lot of noises. A lot of noises. I'm going to try to turn that down in post, so hopefully it's not as loud for you guys. But basically, right here, you'll just keep placing these fungus, and the pistons will keep pushing. And as you just sit here and you keep doing this, the TNT will blow up, blowing up all of the wort blocks outside, blowing up all the logs, which is then in turn feeding the sorters down here. You might have even heard the TNT blowing up. Yep, there it goes right there. And it all goes down here, feeds into this. And what doesn't get picked up, if it doesn't get bone mealed, it does keep circling back around right here. So everything does eventually get picked up, which is really, really handy. And I honestly am really, really happy with this farm. This is a super, super quick farm. And again, for 10 minutes of being AFK, I can get about this much warped stem. I mean, that is incredible, right? This is going to be supplying the server, and not just the server, but myself, considering the mansion thing that we're building over here, the castle, the mansion thing. I've been building this thing for, what, a month and a half now, and I'm getting the name mixed up. But yeah, you see how much warped stuff I've got going into this. I'm going to need this farm for myself, and I know the other crafters can benefit from it. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to have this thing up and running now. With all of that being said and done, I think that just about does it for today's episode. As always, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to show your support by liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And so long as this episode is airing on time, the CraftWorks podcast should now be live. That's right, you can go and check out the first couple of episodes on both my channel and over on Isobox's channel. And be sure to go and subscribe to the CraftWorks SMP YouTube channel as well, so you can keep up with all of the future uploads for the CraftWorks podcast over there. And I think there's something else I'm forgetting. Merch it's in the description. Yeah, be sure to click that as well if you want to support your boy. Anyway, that just about does it. My name is Lane. I will catch you guys in the next one.